Okay, good morning, class. I'm going to give you a 5-minute overview of the log forms that you have to complete for your junior and senior level internships. The logs are typically turned in on a daily basis. There's a deadline, so you want to make sure you meet the deadline, and you also understand how to complete the log forms. Now, I've created the log form document in Google Docs. I've shared it with you, but you need to make sure that you save a copy, and I'll show you how to do that. So that way, when you type into your form and save it, other students won't have access to it. So let's open a copy of the log form, and you see it opens in Google Docs. First thing you want to do the first time is go to File, Save as New Copy. And you want to make sure you're keeping all the copies of your log forms. I suggest keeping it here, keeping a copy on Google Documents, save a copy to your flash drive, save a copy to your computer, and of course print a paper copy for yourself, as well as a paper copy you will turn in your portfolio and have your supervisor sign. The form is pretty basic. There are some new things. Time in, put the time that you arrived at your agency, the exact time. If you arrived at 8 o'clock, put 8 o'clock. If you arrived at 8:15, put 8:15. Also put your time out and add up your total hours for the day and total semester hours for the day. If you worked 8 hours your first day and 8 hours your second day, then you now should have 16 hours if this in fact were the log for your second day. Please put an X to indicate whether you were on time or tardy or absent to your agency. We'll talk more about this in seminar class. Oh, also, any questions that you have about the log, please post them in the discussion board in Blackboard. You can feel free, of course, to ask me during class or whatever is suitable, but I prefer that students ask these questions about the logs in the discussion board because it may benefit other students who are having the same question. Make sure for agency supervisor, you put the name of your supervisor. For the name of your program, just put the name of your agency's program and the phone number. Any tardies or absences, make sure you inform me within 48 hours. Actually, immediately is really the best way. And there is a form to fill out if you're going to be absent or tardy to your agency. And there are some consequences involving that. Okay, the rest of this is basic. It's very self-explanatory. If you had face-to-face time with your field instructor for a half hour, then just put 30 minutes. Or if it was an hour, 2 hours, whatever. And just no more than 1 or 2 sentences here in brief description. Group supervision, if there's more than one student and you're meeting with your field instructor, indicate it here. If you saw clients, put the number of clients. If you didn't see any clients that day, just put NA, not applicable. I would like no more than 2 sentences, a brief description of your activities if they fall into any of the micro, meso, macro categories. If you had any student successes, you actually must identify at least one area of success for the day. Everybody has at least one good thing going for them in a given day. If you're having any issues with your supervisor, or if your supervisor wants to write in this area, and all these areas, by the way, are typable, and you can they'll expand with what you need to include. The rest is basic. You've got to read through it. You've got to try to understand the questions. Oh, and very, very important, you have to include the knowledge portion, which is a copy of a social work article that you need to read. And that article should be related to what's going on at your agency. And 10 vocabulary terms, and then you print it and make sure your supervisor signs it. That's all I'm going to go over right now with the logs. The rest we'll talk about in class, but I think that's fairly straightforward. And good luck and have a great internship. Bye.